good day. Social. I don't even think they out, man. Chill out. Oh yeah, they out. In here. How he getting the garden? They don't know they fence open. They got that little dog in the garden. Chill out, man. Trying to kill them. They obviously don't know their dogs if that other fence is open. Because they normally can't get up close, like to the fence like that. There's another fence, another gate behind it. Another fence behind it. And then there's a gate to where they can get into the garden. Come on. I know they ain't mean to do that because he don't like them dogs in their garden. Come on. He got a nice garden too. That man got everything. Peppers, cucumbers, all that kind of shit. Then he got an apple tree in his garden. I told him, bro, that's a hell of a garden you got there, man. I want to take Mandinka to get some work, but I just realized he bust out some of his teeth in the middle. Them little teeth in between the two cutters on the bottom. Man, and then one of them still loose. So I don't want to be fucking with it. I don't want to mess his mouth up. I'm going to take him and probably get that joint pulled if it don't tighten up. I'm thinking, only thing I could think of is either from him trying to eat his way out of one of them kennels. Him and one of my other dogs got into it through the kennel one day, and it was a metal kennel. So he could have busted that way. Or, you know, when I had that accident in my house, they was only able to go across each other's mouth. Because I had a hold of them, I had both of them. I had him by his collar, and I had Truly by the scruff of his neck. Truly didn't have no collar on. Otherwise, I'd have got that shit broken up a lot quicker. But you know, I'm in the house by myself, hard floor, socks and no shoes. And I'm trying to keep them both on their back feet, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to let all 4 feet hit the ground, because I know once I do that, they're gonna go, you know, they're gonna really be going ham. So they was locked in, they was, you know, they was tied up into each other's face, and I was just trying to separate that shit. That shit wore me out. This was a few months ago, but I'm just thinking about it because it's his bottom teeth, man. He bust out like 3 or 4 of them, then one of them loose. Come here, Truly. Dinka. Sit. Sit, nigga. Damn. Let me see if I can show y'all. He don't like showing his mouth. You see that shit? Oh, this shit's all busted out. And then that one's loose. That one right there, see it moving? I'm gonna go get it pulled, man. The other ones are solid. All his cutters are still there. He still got all his cutters, top and bottom. They just don't like showing them for shit. And he bite. He come from a litter full of biters. That whole litter, from what I understand, the whole litter mouth was on Ken, not just him. What's up, dog? I think that was little Din. Cracked his window so little. Couldn't really barely see his tent, black as hell. Morning stroll, man. I've had a long few days, man. I drove up to work on, what was that, Wednesday. Got home, got one day of a regular day, decent rest Thursday. It wasn't even I had to drive for 3 hours that day, so it wasn't no regular, you know what I mean? Then got home Friday, had a funeral and a wedding. So I went to the funeral. I ain't go in, I hung out outside. I really don't like funerals. I don't like all that sad ass shit. That's bullshit. I'm not having no funeral, not. Just had a repast. That's it. Throw the party. Fuck all that sitting around sad, crying for 2 hours while people get up there and speak, and you know, fuck that. I'd rather have the smiles and the tears at the same time. So a dinner party, spend spend all that funeral money, all that money. You ain't gotta even spend that much money if you do it my way. You know, funerals cost a lot. If you do it my way, you ain't gotta spend that kind of money. Spend about $2,000-3,000 on a party. That's it. Cremate me. I don't want to be buried either. Cremate me. You know what I mean? Pour me out on the yard where I grew up. In that house. In that yard. Something like that. Or keep me. You know, my kids, my wife, or whatever. Keep me in the urn or some shit. Keep me close to you. But I don't want to be buried, and I definitely, absolutely, positively, I'm totally against a funeral. You know, I wouldn't mind having a headstone even though I'm not in there. It's okay. Where others can come and, you know, pop it with me, my spirit will be there. Shit. But yeah, so it's Saturday. I normally would be moving around and fucking with the dogs a lot, but I don't know. I'm gonna go sit my ass down, lay down for some hours. It's just this walk right here is the last one. Not for the day, but for some hours. I'm gonna go chill. I'm supposed to be going to get this free dog food, but like I said, I'm beat, man. I'm worn out. I definitely ain't gonna do no more driving. That's my cousin. That's my cousin's wife. But yeah, I mean, we ain't doing nothing. I guess I ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm sober. I ain't gonna just be running off at the mouth like that. I will. Don't give me the talking. You know me. I get the bump in my gums. I'm serious. This right here kills me. Man, since when do you make the speed limit? Just stay the fuck out the street. 20 is plenty, or whatever the hell it says. No, it's not. And it is. It is. It really is. Well, I have a problem with. I really just have a problem with people moving in the neighborhood and think they're just gonna change everything. All of a sudden, y'all moved in the neighborhood and we got all these signs in the front yard. 20 is plenty. Move back to where you was, to where 20 was plenty. People drive a little faster around here. You know, as long as they ain't hitting nobody or nothing. Shit, I ain't heard about nobody being hit by a car in a long time. It's my man. It's his yard. It's immaculate. I want to get a green thumb like this for my front yard. My backyard will always be for the dog. But they got all that shit. He's a good brother. Real street dude that fuck around and took karate and shit. He said he was tired of his big cousin and them beating him up. He got two big cousins that are like notorious in the streets. He said he was tired of that when he was young. He could scrawl too. Look, they taught him something. But his two big cousins, they like that. You know what I mean? Both of them, they brothers. They like that. I seen one of them issue out the worst one-on-one ass whooping I ever seen in my life. Still to this day. And I'm 48. Still to this day. I've never seen a one-on-one ass whooping where there was a puddle of blood on the floor. It was literally, man, y'all think I'm bullshit. A puddle of blood. He was bleeding from every spot on his head you could bleed. Both his eyes, his ear was bleeding, his nose and his mouth. The next day, man, the nigga had 2 swollen eyes. His ear was swollen, his mouth was swollen. But what I will give him, if they had to drag him away, he was still trying to fight. And he asked for the fight. He asked for it. When you tried to tell him, man, you better move around. He didn't move around. He dropped it. Bow. Man jump up, rushing. They lock a little bit. But my man T, I'm just gonna call him T and S. Fuck it, I say their name. My man Ty and Scuzz. Scuzz got to be one of the. I ain't never seen a nigga take an ass whooping like that and want more, man. Straight up. I had to give that to him, man. He wanted more. He was with that. He later ended up accidentally shooting himself, trying to shoot one of them, either him or his brother. I think he shot his brother. He did. He shot Ty's brother before. Because Ty's brother whooped his ass too. Just because Scuzz ain't no chump, man. I mean, man, he was whooping on Ty. Ty tried to tell him, bow. Ty fired him, dropped him. He jumped up, rushed Ty. They locked up a little bit. Ty just kind of pushed him off, but don't let him go. Started dropping fists on him. You gotta hold him with one hand. He's putting them dogs on him with the other hand. Boom, dropped him again. This time he didn't let him do that. Picked him up, snatched him up off the floor. Continued to pound him out, right? He pounding him out. It's like 7, 8, 9 people breaking it up. And this is what's so crazy. A lot of them was from Scuzz's little clique. I ain't gonna lie, the Get Fresh was right there. Scuzz from Get Fresh. Get Fresh, Ty, he from a clique too, but they ain't had no name. Oh, I think they did call themselves K3. They was all from Kankakee. They called themselves K3 or something like that. But anyway, man, he beat the hell out of him, man. He beat the hell out of him. It was gruesome. It was nasty. But the next day, Scuzz just like, man, I'm just upset it's the motherfucker out here tougher than me. And it's a gang of people, probably, to whoop Scuzz. You know, Scuzz, he just ain't no chump. You know what I mean? He just ain't no punk. He'll get it in. I remember my dad beat him up. Shit. My dad was probably in his 40s. Scuzz was probably in his late 20s, early 30s or something. Pop dunked him up. The pops ain't no joke either though. I grew up with a dad. Man, my dad can fight. And he liked fighting. And he ain't but 5'7", and he likes fighting big niggas. Truly. That's what they call my dad in the streets. Truly. Or Jizer. They either call him Truly or they call him Jizer. Or you might call them both, not at the same time, but you know what I mean. He one of them cats that's known by his whole name. Tony Shannon. But yeah, Scuzz is a warrior. I got respect for Scuzz, even though we had our little time where my crew and his crew didn't really get along. And it wasn't even really his whole crew, it was just him and a couple other ones. And I got a respect for Scuzz because Scuzz used to smoke rocks, man. Like out on the block, like a real rock smoker. Man, he went from that to being a baller to getting popped, going to the joint. I mean, he been shot about. That's what I'm saying. The nigga he's just a tough little nigga, man. He a little dude. He ain't but about 5'7", 5'6". He been popped, man. He's missing. His cousin shot him with an AK, shot his finger off. He had duffed his cousin up. His cousin's a little itty bitty motherfucker. Like I said, Scuzz's like 5'6". Ed gotta be 5'4". Straight up. He's a little itty bitty dude. And he's a street nigga. He ain't like hard to Scuzz, but he's a street nigga though. You know what I mean? He got one eye right now. Cause he got into it with some young niggas. They rolled him up, put his eye out. He older than me. But he little. So somehow he tends to get into it with young dudes. Cause when I first met him, me and my guy had some words with him. It was at night, he tried to check us about to wear our hats. Turn. You know what I mean? We wasn't having that. But anyway, he had dumped Ed up. I guess he chased him to the crib. Ed told him, man, You ain't gonna put your hands on me no more, man. Scuzz wasn't going. That man ran in there, came out with a chopper, clapped on him, caught him once, shot one of his fingers off. I think it's his pinky. And then he accidentally shot one of his toes off when he shot Big D, Gangsta D.